Mark Twain National Forest near the 11-Point River. We stayed last night at McCormick Campground, drove down late. The plan for today is to view a few sites and then end the day on the OT, backpacking out. Hopefully we can get to Greer and stay there. Come to the Falling Springs Mill. There's a significant amount of damage here. It seems like there was either some straight line winds or more likely a tornado. There's a lot of destruction around the area. What's really sad is Missouri doesn't have a whole lot of pines to start with, and this area has a lot. Those are the ones that seem to be coming down the most in this storm that we had last week. There's a cabin here that looks like it got destroyed too. The roof was ripped off. The mill mostly looks like it's fine, although they have some fencing on it to keep people out of it, it looks like. Otherwise, the mill's in good shape and we're gonna check it out. The next place we've come is the Greer Mill. This place has been redone, and it looks like it's in pretty great shape. It's about the same size as Alley Mill, which we visited a few years back. So I was just reading here, this is the Greer Spring trailhead. It dumps 220 million gallons of water, which makes it the second largest spring outside of Big Spring in the state. It was owned privately up until 1991 to 93 when the National Forest Service bought it. All right, we got down trees. This isn't just a hop over it either. No, this one looks to be a bit challenging. That's a big pine tree. It's a huge tree. We're at Greer Spring, and you can see it from this overlook. It actually looks like there's a second spring down that way, but we're gonna head up to the main source. Oh yeah, that's not bad. We just finished here at Greer Spring. That's really pretty. We're gonna take a little backpack this time. We're gonna head from McCormick Lake, which is where we're at, where we camped last night. And then we're gonna go on the Ozark Trail, on down to Greer. There's a campground there. We're gonna stay there and then come back in the morning. Please be there when I come back. You got this. There it is. These are all in a line, like someone's building a wall. Maybe there was a wall or something here.
I went across the thin log. He's gonna make a jump for it.
Okay, we've reached a trail split here, and this is where the McCormick Lake spur of the Ozark Trail meets the actual Ozark Trail that runs along the 11 point. So hopefully up here around the bend, we'll get a view of the 11 Point River. Got a viewpoint. We're about a third of the way in. We got about 3 ISO bars till we hit our high point, and then it's mostly down. There's a few ups and downs.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you please say that again?
Hi Siri, you can go away. Anyways, we got 3 ISO bars. We'll be on our high point, then we'll be coming down towards Greer. And there's just a few ups and downs, but we're just following the river now.
Just coming down off of the high point here. I think it's all downhill down to the river now.
Okay, these dandy black rocks here look like, they almost look volcanic, but this is dolomite, and it's a sedimentary rock, and it's the reason we have all these springs here. It's a really soft, porous rock, and water erodes it pretty quickly. It really goes over there. So this isn't it. Oh, I see him now. Okay, cool. I'm glad we don't have to do that. So we both decided we didn't want to bring our extra socks today. And now we've got to cross a creek. And you know what stinks is last time we had to cross a creek, it was the Ozark Trail. We should have known better. That tree is an act of kindness. So I have floated this river twice, and it is a pretty cool river. It's very cold, it's mostly spring fed. Okay, we've made it to Greer. We are crossing the road here. I believe this is Highway 19. Our campground's just on the other side of the road here. We're almost done. So we made it to our campsite. This is here in the campground at Greer. So it's established camping, actually. It's usually a fee area in the National Forest, but through winter, which technically we're still in the free time, it doesn't cost. So we didn't have to pay for camping. And it's a pretty cool site. Isn't that a little high? You want 18 inches off the ground. We cheated. We stashed our tent and sleeping bags. So we didn't carry these on the in hike, but we will definitely have to pack them out. But we're just chilling now. We got tons of time for camp. We're gonna have a fire. There's a lot of wood here. It's pretty wet, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, we're just gonna enjoy ourselves and try to relax. I love how blue this river is. Okay, I've got the grilled chicken jambalaya. It looks good and it smells great. I don't know if it's fully done, but oh, that is so good. It needs to go a little longer though. Oh, that's a little spicy. All right. Okay, how's the fiesta and vegetable bowl?
It's good. It's a little bit spicy. Wish it was a little spicier, but it's hearty. A lot of rice, a lot of beans. I like it.
That one's Backpacker's Pantry.
Yeah, Backpacker's Pantry.
Well, we're trying to get some breakfast made. I've got the veggie chorizo breakfast scramble from Mountain House. John's gonna be having another Backpacker's Pantry Rocky Mountain scramble. All right, so we're heading out. We're headed back to McCormick Lake. We're leaving this campsite here at Greer. It's a good site, but we have about 4 miles to get back. It only took us 2 hours yesterday to do this 4-mile stretch of the Ozark Trail. And then we're gonna figure out what else we're gonna do today and tomorrow. So there's 2 splits, and we've just taken off onto the one that's closer to the river instead of hugging the ridge. And they'll join up about a mile in, but we're kind of in this floodplain, gravel bar and tons of driftwood.
Think of all the famous paintings with fishing. He's really this out.
I guess that would have been easier. Man, this river is so blue. Look at that. That's cool. So this low split's not here. There's no blazes. We crossed under the bridge, but they don't have anything marked.
Everything's washed out past that.
No visible trail, so I think the flooding took out the trail.
Man, be careful coming through here. Yeah, that was nothing.
So that didn't cut off anything.
Yeah, see the cool bridge though.
Yeah, that was cool. So we're back by the river. This little section here will run along it and then eventually take up onto the ridge, and we'll reach that high point again. But yeah, this is that sandy part we did yesterday.
in the valley, they don't understand what makes and takes the breaks and forsakes a man. People in the valley, they don't understand the hands which built the roads, the shoveled coal, seeds were sown, dews were rolled, but goddamn didn't go to plan. I've been trying my best to be a working man. When dark clouds come, my love, she cries, she cries, she cries, she cries, she cries. Miss mountain sky, tell me why do I have to try so hard to get by? I've been eking out, seeking out, scraping as I go. Tell me.
We're at our last high point. This is the point where we're going to start going down towards McCormick Lake. This will be our last great view of the 11 point here. Come on. No carrots, sorry. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Mama in the valley, she's been so worried.
We made it back to the spur here. If you go off here to the left, we'll end up following the OT back down. But back here to my left here, your right, will be our spur trail back to McCormick Lake.
So on the rocks of the rivers of the mountains, oh, but I can't, and not just yet. Can't change a man when his mind is set. And early in the morning when I rise, my love, she flies, she flies. Miss Mountain Sky.
We're back. So looking at our all trails, I've got 4.35 miles out and 4.59 miles back on this backpack, which is basically 9 point nothing miles. About 1,200, 1,300 feet of elevation total, 600 each way.
It's a lot of up and down. We're going to eat something and then see what else we can do. We've got Turner Mill still and Bose Mill. We're going to check those out. So we've drove down to Turner Mill, and I've been here twice, only on the river, floating. I've never been here on foot, but it should be about the same. The mill's gone, but there is a water wheel here, so we're gonna go check that out in the spring. That is a huge water wheel. I think the way it worked, the reason the cups are going this way is I think it had a sluice that went over the top of it and dropped. Because that's actually quite a significant, like a significant drop over here where the spring is. Well, I thought about it.
So I was reading the boards here. There was a guy named Jesse Turner who developed most of this. The mill was kind of already here, but he refurbished it. He put in this big wheel, and people just started showing up. He built a community. They had a post office in the mill, and they had a school and some other buildings around. But this one man kind of ran it all, and then after he died, it all disappeared.
It goes underneath us. It's just soaking through the ground right there. Because this is dry over here. And then it comes out on the other side. This is what's left of the sluice. You can see where the water was channeled. All right, we're at our last site here. This is Bose Mill. They've got a gigantic spring here and another old mill. Trying to figure out where we want to camp tonight. We thought we might camp here at Boze Mill, but it's a float camp. You can't really drive up to the site, and since it's going to rain, we might try to find a different place where we can be close to the car. Well, it rained last night, but we were able to stay dry in our hammocks. Today we don't really know what we're gonna do. We think we may head up towards the Current River area. First thing, we're gonna get some coffee and then maybe look at some other springs. We're in the Peck Ranch. We came over here to see some elk. They have probably 200 to 320 elk in this conservation area. We've been here before. We came a few years ago and saw some cows. I'm hoping to see a bull. Right now the antlers would be off. They'd be growing them back right now, so probably in velvet, because they shed over winter. But we haven't seen anything yet. We've been driving here at the Peck Ranch for about 2 hours. We have not seen a single elk, so it seems like they're laid down or they're somewhere else. We haven't found the herd. We're gonna head out now. We've done our due diligence, but they're not here. We've come to Round Springs in the Ozark National Scenic Riverways. We're gonna try to camp here at the campground by the Current River. Got a cool bluff, lots of driftwood. This is in a National Parks Service area, so we have to actually reserve this time. So we're gonna try to go get some service, see if we can reserve a spot here on rec.gov.
So you can see down here the water has that natural spring color to it, but this is not actually the spring. This is actually a natural bridge that goes underneath here to the spring in the back. So you have to walk up and around.
So theoretically, if we'd have stayed on the OT, we could have walked here. All right, so we came over to Pultite. This is up the river from Round Springs. This area got flooded pretty bad. The campground's closed down. This is one of the 10 largest springs in the state, but it's on the other side of the river and there's no road to it that we can see.
No, I think you have to get on the river to see it.
All right, so this is where the Pultite Spring dumps into the Current River. We can't get across, but this is Pultite Hollow. There's a cool bluff, all the beautiful blue water joining in. We've come back to Alley Mill. We haven't been here for a couple of years. Our first time, it was really busy. This time, there's not a soul here. Got it to ourselves.
weird layer of rock in there.
Last time we were here, we didn't go through this little trail on this side of the spring, and it's full of tons of little caves here. All this dolomite's got little pockets in it. We're back at Round Spring. We've gathered up some driftwood for our fire tonight. We're gonna set up camp and try to enjoy our last night of camping, because in the morning we gotta drive back home. Okay, this is a pretty cool campsite. We got a little path down to the river all to ourselves. We actually have a view of the river from our campsite. That's what I love about camping this early in spring, March. There's nobody out here, so a lot of the camping's free. A lot of the sites are empty, and you get a front row seat. It's pretty great. I'm so excited for the lasagna. I'm going with the tried and true Santa Fe, just like in Big Bend.